Yo, YouTube, what's up with your boy? Sports and Fitness Rants. I'm back, guys. Click that like button. Subscribe to my channel. What's up, y'all? Welcome back, guys. Welcome back, man. Got another great video for you guys today. As usual, man, you guys know the deal on this channel. It's all about setting the record straight, stopping the lies, stopping the narratives, stopping them from rewriting history, guys. And in this video, I want to talk about, I just found, I guess, the newest LeBron James Media member out here on YouTube. Shout out to my man AOH again. I was listening to a video that he had, a short clip that he had posted, I don't know if it was yesterday or earlier today, and he was talking about, you know, these clips of people defending LeBron James from the no bag comments. I can't believe this guy, people are still trying to defend this stuff. And I came across, I guess, this guy who seems to be the newest LeBron James Media member, a new LeBron James apologist who just said some of the most craziest stuff out here. And I believe the YouTube channel is called Breakfast Ball. I believe is the podcast. I don't know if it's a podcast, a show called Breakfast Ball. That guy Carton, I believe, is the host. I could be wrong. I saw him, Mark Schlereth, I believe, on there. And this guy, Danny Parkins, I believe his name is, if I wrote that right, Danny Parkins, is the newest LeBron James Media member. And my goodness, man, he was making all kinds of excuses. And once again, just pumping out more narratives and lies about LeBron James' career. And we're going to go over it in this video, guys, because like I said, I don't know who this guy is, but he was saying some crazy things, guys, in relation to LeBron James having a bag. And, you know, it's absurd that people could say that, and how could we think this? And I want to thank you guys, everyone across the world, everyone across the states has been supporting my channel. Once again, guys, I am truly, truly humbled, man, by all the support. It really means a lot, guys. Like I said, man, everybody in the membership, shout out to all you guys out there, like I said, that continue to come through. Shout out to Austin, Casey, Kevin Mack, Jamar McCall, Mary Lewis, James Hicks, Infamous Styles, Howard Hollis, Stofia, Ken S., Cameron Peterson, Compare Healthcare. I'm sorry if I'm missing. I'm trying to remember some guys on the top of my head. Sick'em Savage, Mark Darnell. Shout out to all you guys out there in the membership, man, that continue to support my channel. And you guys know what to do. Turn the volume all the way up. Hit that play button. Remember, these videos are for educational purposes. And let's roll. So, yes, guys, like I said, man, I wanted to talk about this guy, Danny Parkins, and some comments that he made on this, I don't know if it's a show or a podcast called Breakfast Ball, I believe is the name of the YouTube channel that, you know, these guys are on. Like I said, that guy, I believe the guy's name is Carton. I don't know if that's his last name or his first name. I can't remember. I remember he had a show with, was it Phil Sims? No, not Boomer Esiason. It was called Boomer and Carton, or Carton Boomer. They had a show some years back, and I think this guy got like in trouble with the law or something like that, or, you know, some blue collar crime or whatever I think he committed. He ended up getting taken off that show, off the network, and now he's back. How these guys can bounce back? I can't get my own show, but Karn can get his own show. And I'm not saying he don't deserve a show. I don't even know what he did, you know, to break the, I don't care about that stuff. But damn it, how can these guys just pop up on here with these shows? How do these guys get shows, man? And you get thousands of people subscribe to these guys and watching these guys and supporting them. But these guys don't know nearly the amount of stuff that I feel like someone like me knows. They can't speak nearly as accurate or clearly as concise as I do. And they're out here on social media, podcasts, and all this stuff. I just don't understand these guys blow up some of these guys, man. It baffles me how, like I said, some of these guys' channels could take off when they're really not saying anything. And you have someone like this guy, Danny Parkins, on your channel. And like I said, I don't know this guy's the first time I've ever seen him or heard him. And I mean, just look at the guy. The screenshot of this video, the thumbnail of this video is this dude. Look at him. Look at the LeBron James fans. Look at these dudes that support LeBron James, man. Once again, I'm not trying to knock anyone for their looks, man. I'm not the best looking person. I'm not saying that I'm perfect and flawless. You know what I'm saying? I get all that. But when you look at some of these guys, first I tell you, you could tell, look at the age of them. Now, I believe this guy was born in 1986. So to me, once again, he wasn't around really to watch the 80s, the late 80s, and the early 90s era of NBA. He doesn't really know anything from that time. I can just tell by the way he speaks. These guys can say whatever they want. When I look at when you were born and I hear you speak, the combination of those two things lets me understand everything I need to know about this dude. All right? So I don't know this guy. This is my first time seeing him, and this dude is a straight clown. And this dude is trying to claim that you can be a Michael Jordan fan and a LeBron James fan simultaneously. And I've told you guys, there's no way in hell I believe that. You cannot be a Michael Jordan supporter, right? I'm talking about a true supporter of Michael Jordan, a guy, someone who understands Michael Jordan, and be a supporter of LeBron James. You just can't do it, guys. There's no way. Now, this guy claims that you can be both. He claims, oh, I'm from Chicago. I can't stand when people say that. Oh, I'm from Chicago. Like, that's supposed to... Why do you have to qualify what you're going to say by saying you're from Chicago? Because that lets me know right there that, like I said, you're trying to qualify your statement now by saying, oh, I'm from Chicago. I'm a Michael Jordan guy. This is what he's saying. Because he's not a Michael Jordan guy, so he has to qualify by saying, I'm from Chicago. Hey, I'm a Michael Jordan guy. I went to Michael Jordan's camp. Just stop it, man. That don't mean nothing. Because you don't understand Michael Jordan, and I can listen to what you're saying, which helps me understand. You have no clue about who Michael Jordan really was and what he meant to the league, what he did. You have no clue, and you say you're from Chicago. I don't know what you were doing in Chicago in 86, 87, 88, 89, 90, but you wasn't watching basketball. You were too young to understand what was going on around you. And like I said, who's to say that you were even involved in sports? A lot of these guys, I can tell, they never played competitive sports, man. Look at this guy. Listen to him. And you really believe this dude played competitive sports growing up? I don't give a damn what sport it was. Competition is competition. These guys did not play competitive sports. I can hear it when they speak because they don't care about competition. They don't care about it, right? They don't hold these guys to the same standard as Michael Jordan, but you're claiming you're a Michael Jordan guy. It's BS, man. You can't be a fan of both. You can't be a supporter of both. You can't do it. You could be a supporter of Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant. You could be a supporter of Magic Johnson and Michael Jordan, or Larry Bird and Kobe, or Magic and Bird, or Dr. J and Michael Jordan. You could be fans of all of these guys, supporters of those guys simultaneously. Because those guys carried themselves with class, with honor. They were true professionals. They were competitors, man. They did not cheat the game. They didn't cheat themselves. They didn't cheat their contemporaries. They didn't cheat the fans. This guy's over here talking about you could be a fan of both. No, not. Now, I wrote down some quotes, some things that he said on this show that I was watching. All right, guys? Now, listen to this. Now, they're talking about the comments. This guy Carton was laughing at LeBron James, crying and moaning. That's basically what he was saying. That's what we've been all saying. LeBron James so sensitive. He's so insecure, right, that he has to talk about this stuff all the time and try to explain it away, just like he talked about or tried to explain him walking off the court early. There's no way to explain this stuff. For LeBron James to be upset hearing that people say he has no bag, it's the facts. Like I said, if you had to name the top 10 greatest scorers in NBA's history, I'm not naming LeBron James, guys. I'm not naming him. If I need a basket, I'm not going to LeBron James. And why is this? Because the mentality of LeBron James and the lack of overall fundamentals and overall skills, right, that LeBron James has. This is not to say that LeBron James is trash. He's crap, that I could beat him one-on-one, even though we hear rumors and reports that LeBron James can't play one-on-one. He can't win a one-on-one, right? So once again, that goes to your level or it goes to you not having a bag. When people talk about, oh, LeBron James ain't got a bag, and we covered this, I'm not going to go too deep on this. We're talking about in comparison to your contemporaries, compared to the other great players that had bags, that had well-rounded games. You ain't on that level. Are we really going to compare LeBron James' overall offensive game to Michael Jordan's? Not even close, guys. I told you, go look at Michael Jordan in that first round in 1986 against the Boston Celtics, right? He put up 63 points, right? We get all that. Never mind the point. I want you guys to go and watch that game. I've seen that game many, many, many times, guys. I want you to look at the array of different moves and shots that Michael Jordan utilized to score 63 points, guys. This is second year Michael Jordan. This isn't 1992, 93 Jordan, the seasoned veteran, all these years who developed, right? This is second year Michael Jordan, who's hitting Dennis Johnson, Danny Ainge, Larry Bird, Kevin McHale, Robert Parrish, Bill Walton, everyone out there in the court. He's hitting these guys with a myriad of different shots. It wasn't dunks and layups. It was a myriad of different moves, switch hand layups. He had a couple of dunks in there, a lot of mid-range shots, but they were double clutch, turnarounds, fadeaways, one-handed floaters. I mean, my goodness, go watch the game. You will see an array of different moves, but not only scoring, the dribbling of Michael Jordan. Remember the double dutch between the leg he hit Larry Bird with? LeBron James can't sniff something like that, guys. That was second year Michael Jordan doing this. Okay? So we have to understand and put things in perspective. There's that word again. Put the perspective here. Right? We're comparing LeBron James' bag to the other great scorers in NBA's history. Are you going to compare LeBron James' quote-unquote bag to Kyrie Irving's? Not even close. All right? So this guy, Danny Parkins, he wants to address these comments and some of the things that Carton was saying here, laughing at LeBron James, right? So he says he obviously has a bag. He is the all-time points leader. So that's their go-to. Their go-to is LeBron James scored these points. How can he not have a bag? Doesn't make any sense when they say that. They're just, once again, trying to create a narrative that the LeBron James points are the equivalent or equal to LeBron James having an overall offensive game, having all these fundamentals and the footwork of all these other great scorers. That's not the case. And we've gone over this, right? So he continues and says this. He's 2 3-point shots away from passing Reggie Miller. Now, he said that as if it was an accomplishment in of itself. And I've told you guys what? LeBron James has taken almost 2,000 more threes than Reggie Miller, guys. But this guy, Danny Parkins, won't mention. See, this is what we say when we say context. They won't give you any context. So he'll just say, yeah, well, he's 2 3-pointers away from passing Reggie Miller on the all-time 3-point list, but he doesn't have a bag. I mean, that's insane. When Reggie Miller retired, he was #1 in history. Yeah, and he got passed a long time ago by Steph Curry, James Harden, Ray Allen, Klay Thompson. All these guys have passed Reggie Miller. Why? Because they're greater 3-point shooters than Reggie Miller. Not necessarily because they take more threes. That's the way the game is played. I told you, if Reggie Miller played since 2010, let's say he came in the NBA, and you're allowed to take 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 threes a game, Reggie Miller would be way higher on that list because he makes shots at a higher level than LeBron James could ever dream of doing. Ever dream of. So LeBron James is still 1 behind Reggie Miller, even though he's taken, I believe, like 1,700 more threes than Reggie Miller, guys. That's insane. That exposes LeBron James. But this guy, Danny Parkins, he ain't going to mention it. He's just going to say, sure, he ain't got no bag, but he's 2 away from passing Reggie Miller. And then Carton said, yeah, well, he's played 1,000 more games than Reggie Miller, right? He was exaggerating a little bit. Because I believe LeBron James has played maybe 200 more games than Reggie Miller. So once again, 200 more games, almost 2,000 threes more, and he still doesn't pass Reggie Miller. That was what I was telling you guys at the beginning of the season, or last year we were highlighting that LeBron James played all these games more than Michael Jordan, guys. All these games, all these seasons, and he still hadn't passed Michael Jordan in offensive rebounds. And I told you guys this season, LeBron James played all these more games, all these more seasons, still hasn't passed Michael Jordan in personal fouls. How is that possible? Because they never call fouls on LeBron James, guys. Because LeBron James don't give effort on defense like that. He gets exposed when you put context behind this stuff, right? So he says that about LeBron James getting ready to pass Reggie Miller, right? He's 2 away from passing Reggie Miller. Won't give you any context behind the numbers. So Carton says, yeah, well, he's playing 1,000 more games than Reggie Miller, right? So it's laughing, and they know he was exaggerating it, right? So this guy, Danny, oh, okay. He says, yeah, well, that's his best skill set. Availability. That's what he said. Availability is part of LeBron's skill set. Availability. So the fact that LeBron James has played 22 seasons now, but the man's only played 82 games one time, you're going to sit there and say that availability is part of his skill set? No. The reason why LeBron James has played so long is because he's load managed and lollygagged, rested on defense all of these years. But Danny Parkins won't mention that, right? No, he won't say, oh, availability is part of LeBron James' skill set, even though we know he load manages, even though I know that he doesn't play defense like that in over 10 seasons now. But that's part of LeBron James' skill set. Availability. Availability? The man's missing games all the time. But availability, to me, Michael Jordan's greatest skill set, or one of his great skill sets, was availability, because the man was always there and always giving the effort. See, it's not just enough for LeBron James to be there. You have to also give the effort. How many games do we see LeBron James standing around, not making the cross half court, but he's talking about availability as part of LeBron James' skill set? I still don't understand how you can be a LeBron James fan and a Michael Jordan fan. How this guy can claim he's a Michael Jordan guy, but these are the things that you're saying. You don't give any context. That's insane. I don't get it. Michael Jordan's entire career is all perspective and context. Right? So we put on the resumes, on the careers, on the legacies. This guy won't give anything. Then he proceeds to say this. Now he's trying to explain away and give you examples of LeBron James and how he has a bag, and he gives off some numbers from this season. He says this. He has a higher field goal percentage on drives to the basket than Anthony Edwards and John Morant. And he says that like that's impressive. First of all, John Morant never played, so I don't even know why you bring up John Morant. John Morant's never even on the court, but you bring up John Morant like he's some insane, crazy finisher at the rim. Listen, man, John Morant's a solid player, but once again, don't bring up John Morant to highlight LeBron James being great when you're talking about a higher field goal percentage on drives to the basket. So once again, Danny Parkins, he won't give you the full context here and give you perspective about how LeBron James drives into the lane, how he uses off arm, he uses his shoulder and his size to knock these. I'm sorry, is Anthony Edwards the same size as LeBron James? Not even close. Is Ja Morant the same size as LeBron James? Not even close, man. So how are we comparing LeBron James' field goal percentage on drive to the basket with Anthony Edwards and Ja Morant? And once again, Danny Parkins, my man, how is this highlighting LeBron James has a bag? All this does is proving our point. LeBron James only can drive to the basket. That's all he has. There is no other bag. There's no other bag. There's nothing else going on. There's no other skills. There's no turnaround jumper that's consistent. There's no go-to move. He has no dribbling ability. How many times have you seen LeBron James miss a wide-open layup? LeBron James' layup package, not great. Like I told you, every once in a while, LeBron James will pull some layup, but it always looks awkward and ugly, guys, clunky, right? That's the facts. He ain't got a aesthetic-pleasing layup package like a Steph Curry, a Kyrie Irving, a Michael Jordan, a Kobe Bryant, the Dr. J's, the Elgin Baylors. Are you kidding me? He ain't like that. Nowhere near that. So he talks about the field goal percentage on drives to the basket where LeBron James can take 3 or 4 steps down low. You guys see how LeBron James does that. I told you it's a stabilizing step he's allowed to take. So he gets off balance because he's leaning all of his weight into someone. They're going backwards. So in order for LeBron James to get his balance, to get his footing, he has to travel. That's why he always takes that extra step when he does this. So he's allowed to take an extra step and carry the ball all game long, and that's supposed to show he has a bag? That's the complete opposite, Danny. But he's a LeBron James fan and a Michael Jordan fan because he says you could be both. No, you can't. Don't anyone come in my comment section and tell me that you're a Michael Jordan supporter and a LeBron James supporter, that you are a supporter of both of those guys simultaneously. I don't buy it. I don't buy it. The first question I asked you, where you got LeBron James ranked all time? I tell you right the hell now, you got him ranked behind Michael Jordan. I don't give a damn where Jordan is. You got him ranked behind Jordan. Get the hell away from me. I don't want to hear that crap. You are a liar and you are fake as hell. Just like LeBron James. Just like this guy, Danny Parkins. Oh, I'm a fan of both. I grew up in Chicago. I don't mean a damn thing. There's a lot of people who grew up in Chicago that don't know basketball, didn't play sports growing up. Doesn't mean a damn thing that you grew up in Chicago, man. I hate when people say that to qualify their statements. Insane. It's like when the NBA players, they have to make it a point to let you know, well, I played in the league and y'all didn't. The hell that mean? That don't mean a damn thing. You're telling me I can't know the history of the game. I can't understand the game because I didn't play at the highest level. That's insane. Once again, these guys act as if they were born and went right to the NBA. They didn't play in elementary school. They didn't play in junior high or high school or college when some of these guys didn't. But you guys didn't have that progression. You guys was born and all of a sudden you were great. You went right to the NBA. Stop it. You guys were not fans of basketball before. You weren't fans as a child. You weren't fans of the game. You were never a fan of the game. To this day, you're not a fan of basketball. Only we are. You guys are not fans. You're an ex-player, but you're not a fan. That doesn't make any sense. As I tell you, these guys don't love the game. They're not fans. They didn't watch it growing up. We did. We played it. I watched it. I played it. I lived it, man. I used to watch my dad play it. No, my dad never played at a high level like that. But the effort and the intensity, the sweat that I saw those grown men put out there on the court, that was real. He also says this. So anyway, he says, I believe you can be both because they sort of pushed back on this idea. Carton was like, there's no way you could be a fan of Michael Jordan and LeBron James. I don't believe that. And he says, I believe you can be both. There's no way you can. So this guy, Danny Parkins, says a bunch of nonsense that really he thinks he's highlighting LeBron James' overall offensive game, his bag, quote unquote. But all he's doing is exposing LeBron James. Because once you put context and perspective, when he starts talking about the 2-3 points away from passing Reggie Miller, even though he's played several hundred more games and has taken over 1,700 more threes. Almost, what are we talking about here? Is anyone going to sit there and tell me that LeBron James is a better three-point shooter than Reggie Miller because he has more three-point field goals made? Is anyone going to make that assessment? Is that going to be your astute basketball analysis? Oh, LeBron James is a greater shooter than Reggie Miller. He got more threes than Reggie Miller. No, I don't think anyone believes that, man. Reggie Miller, one of the great shooters, guys. The great shooters. Not only from three-point line, not only just shooting the ball. The man led the league in free throw percentage like 4 times. Reggie Miller's lowest free throw percentage, guys, is 80%. That was his rookie year. The lowest he ever shot from the free throw line, 80%. LeBron James has never shot 80% from the line in his career. Never won. 22 seasons. Never shot 80% once from the free throw line. That was Reggie Miller's lowest percentage from the line his rookie season. Come on, man. You know that, what's his name? Oh, goodness gracious, guys. I'm trying to remember here. I want you guys to go look at the names on the three-point attempts list and look at the names on the three-point made list. All right, guys? James Harden is number 2 in three-point field goals made and attempted. Is anybody impressed with James Harden? Or are you going to turn around and take James Harden over Reggie Miller? Not even any day of the week, guys. I ain't taking James Harden over a lot of guys, man. But he's number 2 all time in three-point field goals made. Not impressive at all. I mean, look at some of the names on that list, guys. Look at some of the names on the list. You got some of these guys in the top 20. You'll be shocked because these guys are not known as being shooters, but they're on there because they took a lot of threes in their career. Doesn't necessarily mean that they were knocking down these threes at a high volume or that they were having an impact on winning. None of this stuff. They're just chucking up shots. You got guys like Tim Hardaway Jr. on this list, man. Come on, man. Jason Kidd, I believe, is in the top 20 in three-point made, maybe, or top 25 in 3 points made. Does anyone think that Jason Kidd's a three-point shooter? No, Jason Kidd couldn't shoot like that. Now, he did evolve his game. Jason Kidd, much respect to him. I've talked about this. He did evolve his game in the later part of his career to become more of a better shooter, absolutely. But Jason Kidd ain't like that from the three-point line. But he's up there on the list because he played in a transition of the eras where guys started shooting those threes. Klay Thompson's up there. Damian Lillard's up there above Reggie Miller. I'm not taking Damian Lillard above Reggie Miller any day of the week, man. So this guy exposed himself. Like I said, when he says that LeBron James, or one of his best skill sets, is availability, is part of LeBron James' skill set, how are you going to say availability at the same time that LeBron James is load managing all the time? I mean, like, he'll load manage on a certain team. He'll duck the smoke. But this guy's talking about his availability, part of his skill set. He didn't have the availability of some of the other all-time greats. Like I said, and this dude is playing in the weakest, softest era. So we're supposed to be impressed with LeBron James playing forever, even though he's lollygagged on defense for 10 seasons now. He's load managed in order to sustain this level, and he plays in the weakest, softest era. So you're not getting banged around. You're allowed to beat people up on the court, but they can't touch you, or you go flying into this. I mean, LeBron James, he has a better chance of hurting himself on his flopping, right, on his exaggerations of these calls when he does all this stuff. He's got more of a chance of getting hurt that way than he does just playing the game, straight up. I've told you, I mean, look at some of these guys. They're so worried about flailing and drawing a foul call and giving you some weird movement that these guys are getting hurt more often because they don't know how to land properly, because they throw themselves in the air and then they just start flailing around like a bunch of idiots. How many times have we seen LeBron James holding his head when there's nothing there, looking at his arm when there's no scratches there? I mean, my goodness, man. We're talking about availability. Availability. Now, LeBron James' skill set is I need more help. That's his skill set. His skill set is give me more help. That's what he needs every season. It's not about LeBron James and what he can do, how much points he can score, his overall bag. That's never even going to be it. He always needs help. So his bag is so deep. He's available so often. He always needs more help. Doesn't make any sense. Does that add up to you? Doesn't add up to me. If he was really going out there giving that effort, then he wouldn't be 4-6 in the finals. If he took the challenge and played defense more often, wouldn't be 4-6 in the finals. If he sacrificed for his teammates, playing an actual system, wouldn't be 4-6 in the finals. Those are the best. If he had more of an overall offensive game, probably wouldn't be 4-6 in the finals, guys. Because what happened in 2011? Where was that bag that Danny Parkins is talking about in 2011? Where was it in 2007? These are the certain examples that we're talking about. Go back and watch the 07 finals, guys, and you tell me LeBron James got an overall offensive game. Being guarded by 34, 35-year-old Bruce Bowen when LeBron James was physically 23. The dude was at his peak, man. He was there. He's the chosen one. 2007, right? 4th year in the league. You're on a good team. What happened in the finals? LeBron James turned the ball over 5 times a game. You go look at the video, stumbling and bumbling, tripping over his guys, charging fouls on Man Ginobili because LeBron James was trying to do that, lower the shoulder. And they weren't giving LeBron James the calls back then in 07. He wasn't getting the calls in 07 like that, like he gets now. Over the last 5-10 years, this guy could do whatever he wants out there. So he wasn't allowed to travel, carry with the basketball in 07. Still, they were still officiating the ball. The game's still, at least to a certain standard. LeBron James could just barrel over guys. So he's getting guarded by Man Ginobili. Bruce Bowen, Tony Parker was guarding this guy, and LeBron James could do nothing with it. How many times have we seen LeBron James on one-on-one isolation scenario? LeBron James needs a pick set. He always needs to call someone over and say, screen. Hey, I need a screen. I need a screen. I need a screen. Because he has no bag. He can't get dudes off of him. That's why he struggles against physical defenders like Bruce Bowen, like Andre Iguodala, like Kawhi Leonard. You think LeBron James would want to go against someone like Dennis Rodman and the mental mind games and the physical nature of his defense? I mean, Michael Jordan had to deal with that dude. Nose to nose. You think he could deal with the guy like John Starks, who's all over you, following you around inside your jersey? Gerald Wilkins. These guys would be all over him. And I'm not even naming the big name dudes, but these are the guys that gave effort consistently, that hounded Michael Jordan. They watched film. It meant something to them. They wanted to compete because they knew Michael Jordan was going to bring it. This guy's out here talking nonsense. And like I said, for this fool to say, I'm a Michael Jordan guy, I believe you can be both. I don't believe that at all. And like I said, there's nobody, I swear to God, I do not believe there's any true Michael Jordan supporter, any Kobe supporter, Larry Bird, Magic Johnson, Bill Russell, Will Chamberlain, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Jerry West, Dr. J, Tim Duncan, Hakeem Olajuwon. If you can support a lot of these great players, how the hell can you support LeBron James? It can't go both ways. It just can't do it. I feel like what I see LeBron James do on the court, what I hear him say, the way that he carries himself, I do not see that from a lot of those guys. I don't see them doing it to that level like that. I just don't see that. So I can support them, not LeBron James. But this guy's going to say I'm from Chicago to qualify his statement of asinine stuff. You lose me when you say this stuff. You guys know the deal, man. I'll catch you guys on the next one.